Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. You've been doing a lot of traveling, I guess, huh?
I have. I just got back from Minnesota and it snowed on Easter. So,
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been fun.
I feel the same. I'm here in Rhode Island, and I've been having my fireplace on in my office pretty much all day. Still cold.
I bet.
I was just in the Bahamas last weekend, and so this is
Ooh,
quite the shock.
I bet. Oh my gosh. How was the Bahamas?
Awesome. Yeah, really
That's
awesome.
love
The,
that.
the weather is just amazing there for sure. But you had to come back to reality at some point, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Um, okay, so I'm so excited to hear about what's going on with you. I know you've been
Oh, I'm
giving some
sorry.
updates,
Mhm.
especially on the support line, but I kind of want to hear it face to face, like what you're going through and all that good stuff. So first of all, like what is it that made you choose Drop It? I mean, there's millions of different weight loss programs out there. What kind of drew you to Drop It?
What drew me to drop it more was like how not like gimmicky it is, because there's so many other weight loss programs and they're all gimmicky.
Yeah.
And not all, but like many of them are. And because you're a legitimate doctor and I have an RN working with me, it just seemed more healthy and safe and more like science based rather than just like, oh, take this pill to make you lose weight. Like, yeah, it may make you do that, but you don't know about like the other negative side effects that could possibly happen from taking those. And I didn't get that impression from Drop It.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Um, and so since you started, which was about what, 16, 17 days ago?
Yeah, we're on day 18.
18. Um, so how's it been going? Like, how do you feel? Tell me about your experience so far.
I feel great. My
Okay.
mom, even when she saw me when I visited Minnesota, actually all my relatives, they said that like my skin was glowing and that
Oh,
my
nice.
face looked slimmer. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like it's one thing when you see like the weight on the scale go down, but when other people start noticing it without you even telling them, like that is so freaking cool. And it feels so
Yeah.
good. And I
Yeah.
feel great. And I barely ever really crave the unhealthy food that I used to eat all the time. Cause I would DoorDash KFC for lunch and then Papa John's for dinner. And I would eat that like entirely. I would eat like a whole pizza. And going into this, I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, I love fried food. I love carbs, everything. But
Yeah.
I honestly like with the foods that I'm able to eat, I've made some bomb food and it is good. And I'm like full and satisfied. And I'm down like I think 19, 20 pounds already.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so
How did
cool.
how did you do on Easter? Was that a big temptation for you, or did you make it through?
So I had some food that I wasn't supposed to have, but
Yeah.
that's like the only day that I've done that. And I did very like portion controlled. And honestly, it didn't even seem to throw off anything at all. If I gained like a pound and then I
Yeah.
woke up, I like peed and I was fine. So it's like my metabolism is definitely like starting to keep up with everything because I'm also going to the gym. And I also think that's what I'm gonna like start seeing more results like with my eyes rather than on the scale because I'm obviously gonna be building muscle.
Yeah.
So no, I just feel like I'm just getting rid of all that excess like water and like fat and like sodium like retention in my body
Right.
through all this and I feel freaking awesome.
That's awesome. So, okay, so you just answered you're down about 20 pounds, 17, you've completed 17 days, you're on day 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's more than a pound a day. And it's funny because you look at those, the national commercials where they're like, you could lose up to 17 pounds in 40 days or something like that. And then you think about, wow, when you're doing that, you're actually eating boxed foods that's like full of toxins and who knows what you're eating. And you're actually eating real foods, real vegetables, and you lost more weight in less amount of time. You feel great. It's not like you're sluggish, or anything like that. So
No.
so that's really cool. Um, And is there any reason why you wouldn't recommend Drop It to people around, or I guess, would you recommend Drop It?
I would definitely recommend Drop It, but I guess where the line would go is that I guess anyone who struggles with like eating disorders or anything where they may be in like rehabilitation for something like that, I would wait till like that is taken care of and they have a good relationship with food before
Yeah,
they do something like this. Because not
sure.
like it's like a bad relationship with food that I have now on Drop It. It's just it may be triggering to some people seeing the foods that they can or cannot have when they're trying to recover. But other than that, I think this is awesome. My parents even like are looking into it, and my dad is a type 1 diabetic and my mom is pre-diabetic, and they're looking into it as well. So yeah,
Cool.
I just think if you have a good relationship with food, you're like good to go.
Cool. Yeah, and you know, just so you know, any of your viewers know, anybody's listening to this interview, I mean, we do a full medical history and whatnot, and we talk about those types of things. So if anybody did have that in their history, we would make sure that they were fully out of it before we would even allow them on the program. But so just to kind of full disclosure, but that's a great point. You know, you definitely don't want, I mean, anyone who has that type of an issue shouldn't be dieting at all until they get that under control. So anything else you want to say about the program? Anything that you have noticed? I mean, obviously you're feeling great, you're losing weight, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, following the program, you're getting the support from myself and the registered nurse that I have on staff. Anything else you want to say?
I would just say for like people who are interested in trying it, like honestly, like you don't really got nothing to lose except for, I mean, I guess literally weight. But it's a really good way to just like learn about food and what you're putting in your body, because before this I would just like, oh, that's on the menu, that looks good, that smells good, and it's probably gonna taste good, so I'm gonna eat it. But now like I'm like looking at labels and I'm looking at ingredients, and I'm noticing so many foods that I ate before have like the entire alphabet as one word in, and that's an ingredient, and I'm like what is that?
Yeah,
So
really,
making my own food and eating cleaner, it's honestly like, this is so corny, but I'm like, I've literally never been happier. I'm like off my meds and like everything. And
wow.
I like stopped taking my meds. Like I literally don't need them anymore. And I don't drink energy drinks anymore. I just have like espresso with like stevia in it, and I'm fine. And at most days I don't even have that because I'm just so full of energy with what is going into my body.
That's awesome.
And it's like, I don't know, I feel like a new person. Like it's so corny, but like I actually do. And my clothes are starting to fit, and it's cool. Like it's really, really cool.
Awesome. Well, I mean, funny thing is that I hear that so often that people feel like they're just, it's a new beginning to a new life because they never experienced feeling energy without having those energy drinks or coffees or whatever. And people that used to have the energy drink at like 2-3 in the afternoon just to get them through the end of the day, they're not having to do that anymore. So it's a huge huge improvement for sure. And you're not putting all the junk in your body. I mean, those things.
And I'm saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because I'm not door dashing.
Right.
And all that stuff. And a lot of the food that I make, like I just meal prep and I set it in the freezer, and it stays good for a long time. I've saved so much money. Oh my gosh, already. And
I bet.
It's bottom line is just really good food, and it makes you feel good. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly. And we're the greatest thing about what we do is we actually prepare you. So down the road, if you want to have an indulgence here and there, your body's going to be able to withstand it. You're not going to gain 5 pounds just by going to DoorDash one night. You know what I mean? Your body's going to be able to metabolize that, unlike it probably wouldn't be able to before. So yeah, that's a huge piece right there. So tell me, is there what programs, not specifically, but did you try programs before and not see success? And what are the major differences?
I did the Herbalife shake thing. I actually still have 2 bins of protein powder in my pantry. But I tried those, and I would feel full after eating those and all that. But there's like a lot of sugar in there, and I don't know, just stuff that I didn't need for like what goals I was trying to reach. And I've done like Weight Watchers for a very little bit, and like the whole like point system and like the weird like snack packs, like those just, it didn't feel like good food, and I wasn't like satisfied after I was done eating.
Yeah.
And it's just like one thing I've noticed with other diet plans, or I even done keto, and I realized like, yeah, I lost like weight on keto, but I don't think I've ever eaten that much cheese in my life. And that definitely cannot be good for me, because I was still so bloated and like I felt gross. I felt greasy.
Yeah.
And this, it's different. So
Cool. So you feel good. You're not starving. You're not
no,
starving on the program, right? Yeah, you get
no,
satisfied
not
with,
at all.
yeah, with the food that,
Yeah.
that we
A
allow you
lot
to
of times I can't even finish my meal, because like you have like a whole cup of vegetables and a whole cup of fruit. That doesn't sound like a lot, but like I often like can't even finish it because I'm
Right.
full.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right, exactly. Because we're training your body to basically live off a smaller amount. So then if it needs more, it's going to go to the fat stores, and that's how you burn the fat and whatnot. So
Okay.
that's the major thing. So yeah, so I'm psyched that you're seeing the improvement that you're seeing. And I know you got to go. You're busy, busy, busy. But I want to thank you for taking the time to do this interview. And let me know. Obviously, we're communicating all the time about how you're doing. If you have any questions, and go from there. But for anybody that doesn't know me, I'm Dr. John Sotil. I'm the creator of Drop It, and Hope sought us out, and we have made this relationship so she can get healthy, and maybe we can help some of the people that she knows. So
Yeah.
that's it from here. Any other comments, concerns from you?
Not really. I just also want to say thank you to you. So this is awesome. I'm excited to see what the rest of the program will bring.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm excited to bring it to you way out there in California.
Awesome. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, have a great night. And what time is it out there? You still got the afternoon, so
I can still go to the gym.
the whole day ahead of you.
Yes.
All right. Well, have a great night, and we will talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.